Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk about this. Oprah. She has the blood of many on her hands. Now, I'm going to talk about the Maui fire also in this. But I think that Oprah has the blood of many on her hands. When she first came on the scene, there was another talk show named Carol Randolph. She was classy and stuff. And so they got rid of Carol Randolph's hour slot and gave it to Oprah. And Carol Randolph had a lot of class. She had a good program. And when they got rid of Carol Randolph, Oprah said, "Well, I'm sorry what happened to Carol Randolph, but that's just the way this business is. No sympathy, no sorry, no nothing." Okay, and just no sympathy, no care at all. When she interviewed poor people over the years, I didn't see where she helped them. She just walks away from the interview. She doesn't change their lives. If they don't have water, she didn't put it in the sewer system. At least I didn't see it. And I've been hearing about the scandals at the South African school. I've been hearing about that scurrilous information. Now, look, her property in Maui, which they say is 1,000 acres, was not touched. No celebrity's property was touched. Now, that's suspicious right there. No celebrity, including hers, was touched. Now, the Maui fire was in something like this, a circle, an oval, something like that. It was an oval. Okay. They made sure there was no water to put up the fire. They made sure there were no alarms to warn people. In order for a fire to go in a circle like that, it has to have accelerants in the circle. In other words, you have to have accelerants to direct the fire in the circle like they do in circuses. Because a fire just goes forward. It just goes forward. That's all it does. It doesn't go in any pattern. But see, that fire went into a circle, which you have to have accelerants in that circle to do that, just like they do in circuses. So I think the original intent was, first of all, to entrap them, to make sure they had no escape. I think the other goal was to have no survivors. See, they couldn't escape. If it's in the circular pattern, they cannot escape. There's no alarm, no water, no nothing. I think the idea was complete annihilation. Because look, if they annihilate everybody in that particular area, then there will be no descendants, because that land has been passed down from generation to generation. So if they annihilate everybody, then there's nobody to pass the land down to. If they annihilate everybody, so they wanted, I think, to annihilate everybody because they had no escape. There was no water, no alarm system, no nothing. And look, now they have shut down their relief system, so that tells me that now they're trying to starve them out. They don't want any survivors, because that land is passed down from generation to generation. They want to make sure there's no survivors. See, this is the plan, I think. All property is burned. It's not usable. So therefore, they will have no choice but to sell the worthless land to developers, tax delinquent property at a rock bottom prices. They wanted to make sure there were no survivors, okay? Because that land has been passed down from generation to generation. Okay? See, that's prime real estate, is beachfront property. And like I said, I think they want to build $1 million condominiums. No person of color need apply on those $1 million condominiums. They need not apply. They need not apply for it at all. But I think the whole idea was total annihilation. And if they would do that to American citizens, if they would perform a terrorist act on American citizens, what would they do to us? If they want our land, if they want to eliminate all black people, What would they do to us? They are American citizens. That was a terrorist act against American citizens. If they would do that to American citizens for the purposes of a land grab, what would they do to the rest of us? What would they do to people of color? Okay? If they would do that. And that little paltry $700 that the government is giving them, that's no money. I mean, $700, I can spend that in 20 minutes. Okay? That's ridiculous. Now, what extent did Oprah play in this terrorist act? Give them a what? I mean, because her land wasn't touched. That's suspicious right there. And all she did was pass out juice. That's her response, pass out some juice. Now, how old is she now? 68, 69 or something? But look, she's coming toward the end. We all coming toward the end. But see, the word says we all must come before the judgment seat of Christ. And she's going to have to come before the judgment seat of Christ. And Jesus is going to ask her about all these atrocities that she has committed, about her insensitivity, to the poor, about being in a position to help the poor but didn't, about her reaction to Carol Randolph being canceled, okay, and about the Lord's going to ask her about the Maui fires. Why didn't Oprah build a firehouse? Was she part of the conspiracy? She's going to have to answer all those questions at the judgment seat of Christ. Bye.